Hello everyone, it is Adam here. I'm going to go through installation of this guy here. I can't say it out loud because Heather's upstairs and it is a surprise. But this is the one with the cable, your gap vent here. This is much larger than I saw. This is how it's supposed to look when it's finished. It's much larger than I thought it was in real life. But so I hope it's not too obtrusive. But I think the final product would be nice. It'd be eye level. As most of you know, mine is down here, and when people get in my car, they hit it around. So I'm gonna try to put it a little higher so it's eye level, easier to see, and hope it works out. So yeah. Let's give it a go installing in the this is in the Mark 7 Sportwagen, but it should be the same as any Mark 7 Golf GTI Golf R. Here we are in Heather's car. I know that it is a mess in here, but we do have a dog, and this is the more practical car that we use to go places. So I imagine that the way this works is it's going to hook in there and do this number. I guess we can really put it wherever we want. I'm kind of trying to find a place that's most central to her. What's interesting about the pictures, though, is it showed it mounting it anywhere. And this, I guess that was just a promo picture, because this is definitely not a mount anywhere device. It is strictly for here. And it's kind of ugly that it sits like that, right? I personally would not put this in my Golf R. I really thought it was a hook that goes inside of this lip here. But the fact that it goes all the way up over the dashboard is really ugly. Look at this thing. The picture on their website was nothing like this, so that's a little unfortunate. So we'll have to try to get this installed. I won't be able to. I don't have my tripod with me, so I can't just I can't put the tripod up over here and just film me. So I'll do my best to update you guys. Step one is basically complete. So we have this into the front of the air vent right there, and give it a good pull, and it's pretty secure. So now we've got this area here where it's obviously not secure. So it says to. Next step is to hook the angled lower edge of the ProClip around the dashboard ledge. Press the parts of the mount together until the mount reaches the minimum length that hooks the place properly. So let's do that now. I'll have to use two hands once again. Alright, I say that's pretty tight under there. So we've got the front all the way to the rear. You can see the idea here of what it looks like. That is just a weird... I guess, you know, Heather wanted... in her Kia, she had... those little sticky mounts that go inside the glass. Those things, when it gets really hot in the summer, the rubber or vinyl stuff actually melts and attaches to the glass. It leaves a permanent mark on the glass. So we decided in this car we're not going to do that again. So I guess they just don't use high quality stuff like 3M. You can pull off pretty easily. So, but I do want her to be able to, at stoplights, be able to touch her phone, which she can from here. Over here, it's going to be a little too far. And does this angle at all? No, it does not. So now it says, once it's in place pretty tightly, you just use the included bit there to tighten the nut. So let's find it here. There we go. Just screw that tightly. That's tightened now. Next thing I did was remove the ProClip sticker, because that's dumb. And now we have to affix the iPhone 7 mount to this. Here is our iPhone 7 mount and the 4 Phillips head screws that come with it. It only works with the iPhone, the lightning cable from Apple, just so you guys keep that in mind. It's supposed to work with a case, so let's hope so. If not, we can just return this piece and keep the other one in place. So we got to align it first, tighten some screws up, lightning cable, and then tighten the main screw in there like that. So actually, let's see here. So these two should be compatible. Yeah, we have to remove this back piece off first, attach the back piece to here, and then put the main piece back in. So I'll have to get my my drill to do this properly. But one thing I want to do, though, is her CarPlay system in the 2016 or newer cars hooks up down here. So we're going to run this cable, I'm guessing run this cable up through this trim piece here. So let's actually remove the trim piece. I don't have my VW trim tool with me, so I'm going to use their air gap tool they sent me from ProClip. But it's really easy to remove this. Oops, don't want to scratch that piano black stuff there. So I'm going to put the camera down just so I can do this a little bit better. Okay, so I got this part pretty much off. I think it's actually enough to get the USB cable along down here, or maybe up around the rear, to get it to where it comes out right below where the iPhone is. So I'm going to try a few options here to see. Actually, I might run it up through the AC as well. So take this off as well. So those of you who don't know, you can just basically pull this guide immediately out. It's pretty simple to pull this straight out. So I ran the cable up behind back here. You can see it right there. Pulled the AC bit off as well. I'm going to try to run it right up this channel, right up to there, without getting in the way of some of these points where the plastic will terminate back into the main frame of the car there. Well, I got some bad news. So I started this project and then I checked the bottom of the lightning cable, and it is not come on, focus. It is not an iPhone lightning cable. So I'm actually going to stop here and leave it as is until we can get a lightning cable. We'll just drive home. Okay, so the back plate mount is affixed. I'm doing as low a level as possible. You can do low or high. It'll go like this when it's done with. I went ahead and measured out her phone and tightened up these two screws in the gold columns there. So all I have to do now is screw this to this, and first part of the install will be done. Here is the final product assembled. So I really think they should just tell their customers to assemble this first and then do the rest of it. I also managed to grab the rest of this guy off, so it'd be much easier to run the cable straight up behind and run it hopefully right through here. We'll see. But actually the Apple lightning cables are much thinner than the aftermarket ones, so I think it actually might work even better to do it that way. So this is just kind of plopped up there for now. We're gonna hit Walmart or something and spend $29 and get the right cable. All right, we're back. I went to Verizon and bought this 1 meter cable. Best Buy didn't have them at all. They only had their brand. So we're gonna run this up and give it a shot. I debated actually painting it before I do this, but I don't have time to let paint dry right now. So it'll just be a little white cable. I think I've routed this in a way that it'll actually work. But we'll have to see once the clips all get in place here. And ignore all the fingerprints, but this is the finished product. So this is not really going anywhere. It's pretty tight. So here's from the driver's point of view. The cable runs all the way down to here, just like that. This is a little bit restricted, it looks like, huh? A little bit restrictive in the cable there, so I'm going to have to pull this out of there a little bit more. But I'll move this over to the left a bit more, which will help out. But for the most part, there's not really, not too bad of an product. Heather has Porter as her desktop. So let's give it a little, ooh, it's really tight. I probably need to loosen up just a little bit if it's going to be a one-handed thing. Well, it's not moving anywhere, is it? That would be perfectly in her view right there. But I need to loosen, you can see here, I need to loosen this guy just a little bit so her thing can come out a little easier. Just a little bit more slack, which will help it a little bit, but I'd say it looks pretty good.